This video is going to look at numbers 5, 6, and 7. So we are now looking at a Venn diagram. So whenever you have situations, you do want to read what it talks about. So it says 2 children shared an 8-pack crayon box. Set C represents what Chris uses. So this C section is Chris, which is this whole Venn diagram right here. And then it says that set D represents the ones that Daisy uses. What Daisy uses is in this circle over here. So I'm going to label that. It says use the Venn diagram to answer these questions. So when we are answering these, if you notice every single one of these questions asks what does it represent in the context of the problem. So I do want you to give me a brief description on what that means. For instance, number 5, we have C. This is our intersection. C intersection D. Our intersection is what is in the middle, where they overlap. As you can see, what that's in the middle is red. So our intersection is just the color red. Now, what does that mean in the context of this problem? That would mean that red is a color that both Chris and Daisy used. It's a color that they both use, that they have in common. That is their intersection. So it's, what Chris and Daisy used. So then we can go through to our next problem. It says find this long line up there. Remember, that means complement. So that also means not. So it means not the union of C or D. So not C or D. So I'm going to cross out in black what we don't want. We do not want any of the union. So the union is them to merge together. We do not want either of those. So what is left when we crossed out what we do not want? We don't want their union. We don't want the circles. The only two things left are these pink and yellow on the outside. So for this, it is pink and yellow. Now, what does that mean? These two colors are not included in the union of colors that were used by Chris and Daisy. So that means these are the two colors that were not used by either person. All right? Was not used by Chris or Daisy. All right, it was not used by either of them. All right, and then our last question in this section, we have the complement of D. So that means not D. So in this situation, it's not. It's what Daisy did not use. All right. So we do not want anything in the Daisy circle. So I'm going to cross out the Daisy circle. Because what this is saying to us is I do not want colors that Daisy used. I want what she did not use. So we can list out all the other colors here. We'd have pink, yellow, blue, orange, and green. See if I can fit all this. Pink, yellow, blue, orange, and green. And this is what was not used by Daisy. So number 6 was it wasn't used by either. Number 7 is not used by Daisy. That completes this section. you've got other questions, check out some of the other videos.